Welcome to Uncommon Methods, a sanctuary for the soul. I'm so glad you're here. Each month we gather under the full moon to connect with its energy, reflect on what's come full circle, and realign with our deepest truth. Together we explore cosmic insights, rituals, and soul-centered practices that guide us back to ourselves. Because the magic you were looking out for isn't out there, it's already within you. It's just waiting to be uncovered. In this video, we're going to discuss the cold moon in Gemini. So settle in, light a candle, or just use the one on the screen. Take a breath in, slow deep breaths in, and hold, and exhale. Each deep inhale brings in a glowing golden light to fill each and every cell in our body, and the space around us as well. Each exhale releases all that is not in our best interest. Breathe deeply in, hold, and release. One more inhale in, and exhale. Feel the stale, stuck, and negative energy leaving your body. You will be left with the golden light. Breathe the light in, and release the dark. Feel yourself arriving here. You're safe and supported. This is your space. Free of judgment, full of curiosity, because the magic you're looking for isn't out there. It's already within you. So I always meditate, and this week I'm working with yellow Icelandic crystal. That's for mental clarity, fresh ideas. We have an orange carnelian for courage, communication. I'm using lemon to brighten the mind, clear stagnant thoughts, and bring fresh perspective. For oils, I'm using also peppermint to energize and refresh all of the communication pathways. I've also chosen sage to cleanse old mental patterns and release cluttered thinking, and rosemary to sharpen memory, insight, and focus. For flowers, I have marigold, which brings sunlight and warmth into the darker seasons, while lavender calms the nervous system and keeps our energy grounded as we open to new conversations. This full moon is known as the cold moon, and that name rises from the northern hemisphere. It's starting to get cold everywhere. The nights are growing longer, snow and frost are becoming more common. It can also be known as the long night moon or the oak moon. Basically, the longest nights of the year are happening right now, right? Shedding of trees. Some Native American traditions mark the deepening of winter and need for inner reflection. And Gemini is the twins, right? And they invite us into duality and dialogue, the dance between thought, expression, curiosity, and connection. They're quick-witted, they're curious, they're excellent communicator, they're social, they're versatile, they're able to gather information, see multiple perspectives. But on the other side, they can have challenges. They're indecisive, they can be restless, they have a tendency to spread their attention too thin, and sometimes they're superficial. Their mind leaps before the rest of the self catches up. But it's an air sign. It lives in the realms of ideas, communication, and movement. It thrives on learning, conversation, and exploring multiple perspectives. It's like Gemini governed ideas, communication, exchange, and social connection. Now, its mode, it brings adaptability. It's mutable. It helps us shift with change rather than resist it. It means adaptability, flexibility, and connection. It's the home of the third house, which is the space of communication, siblings, short journeys, and the exchange of knowledge. And under this energy, we are reminded that words are spells and stories shape our reality, earning, and ideas. Now, ruling this inquisitive sign is Mercury, the essential celestial messenger. It's the planet of communication, thought, writing, movement, and technology, the transport of ideas. Mercury governs the mind's quicksilver nature, gifting Gemini with wit, curiosity, and the ability to translate intuition into language. At its best, Mercury helps us connect ideas and people with grace and agility. But when it's unbalanced, it can scatter attention, it can spark nervous energy, and it can trap us in overthinking. During this cold moon, Mercury asks us to pause the mental noise and listen for truth beneath the chatter, to let our words flow from the heart, not just our mind. But Mercury's shadow is overthinking, nervousness, scattered attention, and communication that lacks soul or follow through. When the cold moon landed in Gemini, we are called into a moment of mental review. So, like, what stories are you telling yourself? What thoughts need clarifying or releasing? Under this lunar light, we can bring voices, ideas, messages, and everything else from within to the surface. It invites releasing old mental narratives, cleaning up your inner conversation, reconnecting. Now, the moon's invitation, it invites you to hear your truth and share your story. To open channels of communication, jot them down, speak them, whisper them. Let mental clarity sharpen. Let your voice rise. Let your mind rest. Start journaling. What messages have you been avoiding from hearing, like from yourself or from others? What stories about yourself are you ready to edit and release? Where are you holding on mental chatter? Like, what are you keeping stuck in there? How can you use your power of your voice, written, spoken, digital, to support your next step? You know, I always put mantras in my videos. Mine this month is going to be, my voice is clear, my words carry wisdom. But you could choose, I release old stories and open to new conversations. I speak my truth and listen to my heart. You know, mantras matter. What you tell yourself does matter. Even if it's just thinking, you know, if you think to yourself, oh, I'm not good enough, or those things all matter. They carry a reverberation out into the universe. So if you want to be great, think of yourself as great. Put it into a I am. I get to. I'm lucky. Change your thinking, change your pattern. Take a moment. Remember a time you felt truly heard by someone, by yourself, by the universe. Let that memory fill your body. Anchor that trust in your ability to express and to be heard. This moment is reminding you that speaking your truth matters, especially to yourself. If you're not where you want to be, admit it to yourself. Give yourself permission to forgive yourself so that you can move on. Quit holding on to it. This moon is nudging us, right? It's telling us. It's time to reach out. It's time to write, to dialogue, to learn. Perhaps we're supposed to send a message that we've held back. Write that blog. Record that voice memo. Speak your truth in a meeting or in a circle. And also to listen, because Gemini's gift is also receiving. Let someone else's story expand your own. Now, the moon talk for this month is under this cold moon. We're calling in clarity. We're calling in truth. We're calling in a release of anything that dulls the brightness of our mind and our voice. Let your ideas flow like fresh wind across still water nights. Speak the unsaid. Listen to the unheard. Expand into the expression that needs you. The stars have aligned so that your message may land. I see you. I hear you. Are you ready? So let's get on to the moon whispers for each zodiac sign and see what the moon has to say for you. Aries. Speak up now. A message you've held may finally land. Let your voice awaken new paths. Taurus. Let internal thoughts translate into tangible self-worth. Speak your needs around value and stability. Gemini. You're in the spotlight. Share your story, claim your ideas, and step into your voice. Cancer. Listen more than you speak. Ideas are flowing, let them percolate, then express from the heart. Leo. Collaboration calls. Your voice in a duo or group may shine bright. Let curiosity lead. Virgo. It's time to share the wisdom you've been quietly gathering. Let someone else benefit. Libra. Connections and conversations deepen. Invite dialogue and be open where you usually stay polite. Scorpio. Transforming thought patterns. Write, speak, release old narratives haunting you. Sagittarius. A short trip, a new idea, a message to the world. Your mind, it wants to share the sparks. Capricorn. Work ideas, team ideas, your inner voice wanting to be heard. Bring it into the open. Aquarius. The margin becomes the mainstream. Speak your unique perspective. The world will listen. Pisces. Gem in the waves. Translate your intuition into words, messages, stories. Let your inner voice breathe. This month's ritual, well, we've got 4 of them. The wind and the word ritual is about releasing old stories. Okay, Gemini is ruled by airy Mercury, so it governs our communication or our thought, right? So this is about using the power of breath and voice. You light a candle. You can get, if you have a yellow crystal or an orange carnelian, you write down a story, a label, or a belief that you've outgrown, something you've been mentally repeating. Step outside or open a window and read the story out loud once, then rip the paper into pieces and blow them into the wind. Or your candle flame if you're indoors, right? Whisper, I release the story, I make space for truth. Purpose. Clears mental clutter and invites fresh air in there. You could do a message to the moon ritual, which is speaking from your heart. You're gonna, Mercury's communication, that's the energy, right? It wants to communicate. So ground yourself with some slow breaths and write a postcard to the moon. A note of gratitude, reflection, or truth you're finally ready to share. Read it out loud under the moonlight or candlelight if it's cloudy. Place it under your pillow overnight. Let the lunar energy infuse your message in the morning. Burn or bury it. Now, the purpose of that is to strengthen your voice, and it helps integrate inner and outer truths. You could do the 2-voice ritual, which is basically a dialogue with yourself, right? Gemini is the sign of the twins, so there's an inner and outer self. And this ritual will bring those voices into your conversation. So this is how you're going to do it. You're going to fold a piece of paper in half. You're going to label one column, my mind says, and the other side, my heart knows. You're going to write a short back and forth between the 2 parts of you, right? Let them talk, no censoring, just do it. When you're done, highlight or underline what feels like wisdom, what's like your lunar truth. And then you can close it with a few drops of lemon or peppermint oil on your wrists. Seal it with clarity and peace. The purpose of this is to bring back logic and intuition. Harmony, right, between the 2 twins. You can also do an air altar ritual. Gemini's element is air, so this ritual focuses on breath, scent, and sound. So you're going to want some light, airy items like feathers or incense smoke, paper, wind chimes, or even a fan. You can turn a fan on. Then you're going to light a candle, take 10 slow, deep breaths. Imagine that you're inhaling pure winter air, right? It's cold. You're clearing mental fog. And then you're going to speak this mantra aloud 3 times. My words are clear, my mind is light, and my truth flows freely. And then you're going to leave that altar set up overnight. And you're going to notice any dreams, insights, or messages that come through. And the purpose for this is it refreshes mental energy. It clears stagnation, and it reconnects you to inspiration. So as this cold moon in Gemini lights the sky, take a moment to really listen to your thoughts, your heart, and the truth in between. Let this moon remind you that your words matter, your ideas carry weight, and your story deserves to be told. Even in the quiet of winter, your voice is how the light gets in. Now, as always, there's a PDF in the description box. You can print it out of the altar. And if you want to keep this energy going, use the page. You can rewatch the video, or you can just find the music that's in the video and just keep this going. So thanks for watching me here at Uncommon Methods, where soul meets ritual and magic meets meaning. If this episode sparked your curiosity, please, or even if it put a smile in your heart, be sure to like it, subscribe, and share it with a fellow moon lover. And remember, the magic is within you. You just need to uncover it. Stay open, stay curious, and most of all, stay uncommon.